I, Nietzsche, ask you, have you spent your life sacrificing for others? Break the prison of being good and live your own life now.
How long have you silently carried that burden and walked on, under the gaze of your loved ones or the unknown expectations of society? Perhaps, beneath the label of a good person, you have swallowed your true voice and shed countless tears within. When you face your reflection in the mirror every morning, is there not a shadow of exhaustion cast upon your face? Do you often feel as if you are always being chased by something, or that your heart is constantly tight and empty because you are living for someone else? Perhaps right now, while your life may appear kind and diligent to someone else, it has actually been a continuous struggle and sigh for you. Sometimes, we forget who the true owner of our lives is and live as if we are mere components of a gigantic machine. Within the constraints of an unknown sense of duty and the gaze of others, we feel the essence of me fading away, yet we lack the courage to break free. Today, we will embark on a journey to find answers to this very question. Perhaps we will discover insights from great philosophers that could completely transform your life. Today, we embark on a journey with the philosopher named Nietzsche. He was a figure who, like a hammer, shattered all existing values and conventions, presenting a new path. His questions resonate with a powerful echo that penetrates the deepest parts of our inner selves, never to be taken lightly. Within those questions, we may rediscover the self we have forgotten and reclaim the meaning of true freedom and an autonomous life. By the end of this journey, you will be certain that you are no longer the person you once were. Nietzsche spoke of the human spirit growing through 3 stages. The first stage is what he calls the spirit of the camel. Can you picture the silhouette of a camel trudging silently across an endless expanse of sand in the middle of the desert? The burden it carries on its back is incredibly heavy, yet the camel moves forward without a word of complaint. This image of the camel closely resembles the lives of modern individuals today. From the moment we are born, we are burdened with countless weights. The expectations of our parents, the teachings of our teachers, the standards of success set by society, our roles among friends, and the responsibilities demanded at work all press down on our shoulders like the heavy loads on a camel's back. Under the invisible pressure of thoughts like I should be married by this age, I should have a good job, and I should live like others, we often strive to conform to the gaze of others and societal norms rather than following our own desires. Perhaps without even realizing it, your life may be a path lined with numerous signs bearing the desires and expectations of others. These signs whisper to you, you must take this road to succeed, and you must behave this way to be a good person. And we have walked this path, quietly shouldering that burden, without the courage to defy those whispers. Standing in front of the mirror, we take a deep breath and ask ourselves, who am I, and what is the life I truly desire? Yet, more often than not, instead of finding those answers, we return to our daily lives, once again bearing the heavy load. Nietzsche referred to this way of life as the spirit of the camel, which signifies a stage where one accepts and obeys the values and obligations imposed by others without any doubt. At times, we sacrifice ourselves in an attempt to gain the recognition of those around us, living trapped by the rules of society and moral concepts. We have learned that this is the right way, and we have believed that only by doing so can we maintain a safe and peaceful life. However, beneath the surface, there may be a shadow of emptiness and helplessness, as we lose ourselves. Do you perhaps find this shadow of the camel in your own life right now? I have learned that quietly shouldering burdens is a virtue, but was that burden truly for me? Perhaps we have been carrying the burdens of others, or the illusory weights created by society, for far too long. It is time to pause in front of this question and take a deep look within yourself. What is the true nature of the burden that weighs heavily on your shoulders? And where can the courage to set that burden down begin? We are now facing the reality of the invisible shackles that govern your life. In this suffocating and burdensome existence, how can we break free and discover our true selves? In the following story, let's discuss how to let go of this heavy burden and embrace the spirit of the lion that roars with one's own values. So, how can the spirit of the lion, which finally walks its own path after casting off this heavy burden, be manifested? How often have we lost our true voice within the invisible shackles of others' gazes and societal expectations? Nietzsche likened the being that decisively breaks these shackles and roars with the creation of its own values to a lion. This goes beyond mere rebellion against external authority or simply throwing off burdens. The spirit of the lion is a courageous act that re-evaluates all the moral values and norms imposed upon us by the world through a powerful self-will that declares, "I want." It is akin to an artist painting their own picture on a blank canvas. We can now create our own stories instead of following someone else's script. This freedom can sometimes feel lonely and frightening, akin to stepping off the familiar path into an unknown forest. Yet, at the same time, it offers us an irreplaceable moment of true self-liberation and allows us to feel the intense vitality that rises from the deepest parts of our being. Once we attain the true freedom of the lion, we can finally face every moment of life laid out before us. This includes not only radiant joy and overwhelming ecstasy but also sometimes unbearable sorrow and pain, as well as painful regrets we wish we could undo. Here, we encounter one of Nietzsche's most profound insights that offers deep comfort to our lives, the concept of Amor Fati, or love of fate. Loving one's fate is entirely different from passively accepting things with a resigned "it can't be helped." It means willingly embracing all the pieces that make up our past, present, and future, recognizing that they are essential elements in forming our existence. Every trial and pain we've experienced, even moments that seemed like failures, can be seen as precious scenes that enrich and deepen the narrative of our lives, much like a well-crafted drama. Just as we can only truly appreciate the value of light because of the existence of darkness, our moments of suffering have made us stronger and allowed us to understand the value of joy more profoundly. Nietzsche stated that there are no coincidences in this world. Everything is inevitably connected, and all that we experience is part of the process of completing ourselves. Therefore, there is no need to regard any past choice or experience as wrong and regret it. Every moment has contributed to who you are today. Just as we must love even our shadows to meet the complete self, we must embrace all aspects of our journey. It's like standing on a vast land with arms wide open as the evening sun sets, embracing the passing breeze, the pouring sunlight, and all the landscape spread beneath as an integral part of oneself. It resembles the moment when one gently flips through an old photo album filled with the joys and sorrows of life, whispering softly, "All of this was me, and all of this has shaped me." Amor Fati is not merely about forgetting or turning away from painful memories of the past. Rather, it is akin to dyeing those memories with beautiful colors, painting a new picture of hope on the canvas of our lives. It is no longer being trapped in the shadows of the past but embodying a courageous attitude that lives fully in the present and strides confidently toward the future. Those who have gained the wisdom to love their destiny find an inner peace that remains unshaken in any circumstance. They become free from external judgments and the gaze of others, allowing them to live according to their own standards and values. This self-acceptance and positive attitude gift us true peace and maturity. It reassures us that it is okay not to whip ourselves in pursuit of perfection, helping us to love ourselves just as we are. Ultimately, Amor Fati signifies not avoiding pain but having the courage to embrace even pain as a part of life and the wisdom to find one's own meaning and value within it. This goes beyond mere resignation. It is the most powerful declaration of affirming and loving every moment of life. The wisdom of Amor Fati does not simply dwell on affirming the past. Rather, it guides us to cherish the path we have walked, with all its joys and sorrows, and to fully live in the present while proactively creating a bright future. It is akin to a traveler who has silently traversed a vast desert for a long time, finally pausing before a lush oasis that unfolds before them, reflecting on every moment of their journey with gratitude and stepping forward with renewed vigor. We no longer find ourselves trapped by the painful shadows of the past or vaguely fearful of an uncertain future. The moment we realize that all the events that make up our lives are precious puzzle pieces that ultimately complete the unique existence of me, we attain true freedom. The painful memories transform from heavy shackles that weigh us down into vibrant patterns that enrich the depth and beauty of life. This experience is perhaps the most valuable gift that Amor Fati offers us. A person who internalizes such deep wisdom finds a serene inner peace that remains unshaken amidst any turmoil. They become completely free from external evaluations and the gaze of others, allowing them to live their lives autonomously according to their own standards and true values. This offers a warm reassurance that it is okay not to harshly whip oneself in pursuit of perfection, helping them to fully love themselves as they are. It awakens the courage of the lion that has long been dormant within us, providing the powerful strength to boldly set down the heavy burden of others' expectations and forge their own unique path. Now, we have finally reached the pinnacle of the ultimate message that the great philosopher Nietzsche sought to convey. In this moment, what questions arise in your mind? Have you been living a heavy life as a camel, unknowingly bearing the burdens of responsibility under the name of family expectations or the immense pressure of societal norms? And have you struggled fiercely to summon the courage of a lion to break free from those shackles and roar towards true freedom? At the end of all this anguish and journey, Nietzsche whispers to us gently yet firmly, your destiny is only fully realized when you truly love. Even the regrets and pains of the past belong to you, so embrace all of it willingly. This powerful declaration resonates deeply within us, leaving an indelible mark. Perhaps we have tried to turn away from or forget the pain, mistakes, and all the regretful moments of our past. However, Nietzsche emphasizes that all of these experiences are precious parts of your destiny, and that the pain and trials have shaped the remarkable being that is you today. Just as rough waves carve a steadfast rock over time into a unique and beautiful sculpture, all the diverse experiences that have touched your life have delicately molded the singular existence that you are now. This realization transcends mere resignation. It is, rather, the deepest form of self-love and overwhelming liberation, fully embracing your past self and warmly accepting everything that has come before. No longer confined by the narrow confines of others' gazes or societal expectations, we gain the courage to live boldly as ourselves. In that moment of profound self-comfort and mature growth, we can truly be free. The era we live in is constantly changing at a rapid pace and is filled with unpredictable uncertainties. If we try to live according to the standards of others or the uniform measures of success imposed by society amidst this chaos, we will inevitably find ourselves lost and wandering once again. This is why Nietzsche's philosophy resonates with us today as a powerful and urgent message, rather than being merely a relic of the past. For the countless modern individuals who wander without a sense of self, Nietzsche clearly presents a strong and confident attitude towards life, establishing the center of one's existence and remaining unshaken by anything external. Now your life is entirely yours. Walk your own path, one that you courageously choose and create, rather than following the road laid out by others. Your destiny will shine brightest when you truly love. Remember that even the regrets and pains of the past are precious parts that enrich and deepen your life, and cherish every moment in your heart. Embrace this great wisdom and awaken the lion hidden within you to take the bold first step in loving your destiny. Perhaps this is the grand beginning of your magnificent journey toward becoming your Superman. If you found this video helpful, please like and subscribe. Your support means a lot to me. I will share more useful information in the next video. Thank you.